Hello everybody and welcome to the Top Flight Computers live stream. My name is Connor.
And I am still Andrew, third time in a week I believe. So we're happy to be back again tonight building Spectre V3. So this is an update to our previous Spectre V2, which was previously Spectre, I guess.
Yep.
This is mainly 4K gaming, and we're just updating some new parts today. So a totally new CPU platform and a new graphics card. So to start off with that, our brand new CPU, the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X 12-core 24-thread, like 5 GHz max boost processor. So it'll be very nice for gaming, streaming, whatever you want to do. Looking up directions to Waffle House.
4.8.
4.8.
Is max boost, but realistically, yeah, with precision, or not precision, but
precision boost overdrive.
Yep. That'll kick in to over 5.
It go fast.
It go vroom.
That'll be cooled by actually an EVGA 360 AIO cooler. We'll change from the we'll post on the website here. We'll fly with it though. Those will both be installed in Asus ROG Strix X570E gaming.
Ow!
I just clocked.
I just clocked myself right in the chin with that one.
And we'll be starting to GoFundMe for Connor's facial reconstruction.
Yep.
We'll be installing 32 gigabytes of GSkill Trident Z Neo 3600 DDR4 memory. Good stuff. Tuned for AMD processors. We'll be reusing the existing 1 terabyte HP NVMe drive as well as a Intel 2 terabyte NVMe 660p drive. And then new graphics cards. The NVIDIA RTX 3090 Founders Edition. This is even heavier than the one we used the other day. This is a...
Dang, I have a little scale that I should have brought.
I brought it.
This is like, that would have been perfect.
I'm gonna look up the specs of how much this weighs.
That's probably... I mean, that feels legitimately like almost an 8-pound card.
It feels like a 1600 watt power supply. Is what it feels like.
It really does.
But anyway, great card. We'll be going more into that. We will be powering all that with this EVGA 1000 watt G3 SuperNOVA power supply. All of that will be installed in our Lian O11D XL XLX. It says
XL.
This says XLX.
It's O11D XL.
7.24 pounds.
7.24 pounds.
That's heavy.
I was close. I said 8.
Yeah. And then all that will be cooled by some Corsair Light Loop 120 fans that we are reusing as well.
Yep.
And some associated Corsair RGB controllers and whatnot. Yeah. So, without further ado, because this might take a hot minute, let's begin.
This will. So yep, this is going to be a little bit longer of a build, as there are a lot of components to this. Mainly, there's going to be a lot of wiring, so we're going to have to come up with some conversation talking points and something to that effect. As well as if you guys, or I should say as always, if you guys have any comments, questions, or just want to talk,
jokes,
go ahead and drop them in whatever comment section that you're in, whether it be Facebook and or YouTube. Preferably YouTube, because we have that chat pulled up over here. Chris is over there. He has the Chris cam, which he probably can pull up.
Oh, you know, it'd be fun if we got like Chris activities to do on the Chris cam.
Right.
So we can get like
probably.
What are the super big subs at Jersey Mike's called? Giant or
the
something?
Giant, yeah.
We could get Chris like a giant meatball sub and see how fast he can eat it on the cam.
So okay, when I used to work there, so I used to work at Jersey Mike's. The owner would come in and he would make and I kid you not, it was a 10-foot long sandwich.
Yeah.
It'd be like literally the bread that we had, and it was all braided together, and then it literally took up all of the racks in our bread maker.
Is this like cold cuts, I assume, or like a hot sandwich?
And it was all cold cuts. It was for like big parties and things.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cut up and put on a tray.
By the way, that is not for sale at any Jersey Mike's. Don't go in there and ask. They're just
Tell
gonna
them Connor sent you.
Yeah. They're gonna just be very confused. But yeah, he did that, and it was just.
When you're was he a franchise owner, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the Giant really a better value than like a regular?
Yeah, I mean double the size for less than double the price.
I didn't know it was double. I thought it was gonna be like a third more or something.
No, a regular is literally half of a Giant.
Okay. So can you tell what I'm craving for dinner tonight?
And hey, they now have a portobello mushroom.
Oh, dude, I really like the Philly cheesesteak stuff.
Yeah, they're really good.
It's delicious. I get without onions because I really hate onions, but
it's
delicious.
Yeah.
So, hashtag not sponsored, but could be.
But could be Jersey Mike's.
We have a former employee with us. You start naming all the computers after sandwiches.
It's still funny, like, to this day, I still have the menu memorized. For
Oh yeah, I do. I worked at Pele, which is an Asian fusion kind of bistro.
Did you actually?
Yes,
I didn't know that
I
about
worked there
you.
for like 7 or 8 months.
I know that.
That was when I took the semester off of college. I worked 2 jobs. I worked in a IT service desk call center during the week, and then weekends I worked at Pele. I was working 7-day weeks for 7 months straight.
The glasses apply now.
Oh yeah,
I forgot we still had them. But those do actually apply.
Yeah. But yeah, I can identify the whole Pele menu by sight still, because they put it in the window, but you don't know what it is. You gotta identify it. So. But anyway, fast food tales with Top Flight.
Right? Tune into Computer Stream immediately talks about fast food.
Honestly, I just get hungry after a work day.
Fair.
So I don't want to eat before I come here because it's like too early. But
Yeah.
then when I leave, I'm like starving. So
It's true.
we're trying to get Chris to cater lunch for every build or dinner for every build. He hasn't bought on that yet, but
This is the first time I've heard you about this.
Hey, the Baconator.
I've been trying to suggest it to you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I do have 2 8-pins on the separate cables, as I mentioned last stream. If you missed that, 3000 series cards. You don't want those like single 8 to dual 8s for the video card. You want the 1-to-1s. Make sure you don't burn anything out. But since this is a founder's card, we will be using the dual 8-pin to single proprietary 12-pin that they sort of sometimes use, but not always, because NVIDIA.
When you do get a moment, can you pass me the mounting hardware for the cooler?
Yeah, I'll have to crack it open.
Yeah, no worries. I still gotta install the M.2s, but I was just
Okay,
thinking,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ooh.
I need to plug in the SATA power because we have some Corsair stuff that wants SATA.
Yep. Honestly, I really like the Neos.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're better than. Actually, here, hold on.
The coolers are pretty
we
nice.
actually have the old RAM, which is.
The coolers are pretty nice, but what makes it even better, especially for this case, is that it's tuned. The timings and everything is tuned for AMD Ryzen, so it just makes it like even better than just regular RAM. What power am I looking at here? 8 and a 4.
So, we now have better cameras that hopefully focus.
Ooh.
So we'll try this. So these are the Trident Z GSkill. That top part up here is what's RGB, and then these are the Neos. What's different about them is you can probably see there's the big silver part on it, but they're actually the same. So on this side it's silver and black. On this one's black and silver, and then black and silver.
Yep.
So it's actually symmetrical.
But as mentioned, you know, the tuning is what's important here. Because aesthetics aren't everything.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
They're just most of it.
I have the GSkill, and like I like the Neos.
Yeah.
Because if you look from one side of your computer, it's the same. Because on my computer, if you look from the left side, it's all black. If you look on the right side, it's all like shiny silver.
Yeah. I have the Trident Z RGBs as well, just because they were available and cheap when not cheap, but like a decent price when I built. So
I had so I actually had the Trident Z RGB right when the beta software launched.
their software is garbage.
It was so bad.
It's still not good. It's still not.
No, I mean, luckily it integrates with most motherboard manufacturers now, so you
Yeah,
don't have to use their software anymore. But
I wish I had bought Corsair RGB Pro instead, because I use a Corsair AIO and it would actually work.
see, I tried. I literally bought them, but the cooler was too big, and it was hitting the fans on the top, so I literally had to return it.
I wouldn't have that issue because I don't have fans on the top.
That's,
My
yeah,
case
that's
doesn't
fair.
really have any case fan
Can you
slots.
hand me the black screwdriver? The sharp boy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I should get Chris to post a picture of how I've mounted my radiator on my case now. You saw that, right?
Yeah, it was
Or
actually
kinda like-
that was
that's
pretty
3D print.
innovative, actually.
It's Thermaltake actually makes those and posts them on their website for the
Ah,
case.
So it's not some jank thing
No,
that you
and
just
there's-
randomly designed.
No, there's also some like fan mounts and hard drive mounts. There's some other stuff on there too they made.
I remember when I believe it was Asus went through and did that, where they're really trying to tote that their motherboards were 3D printable, like upgradable
Yeah.
kind of things. I think it was Asus. It didn't really take off, but it was a kind of cool concept to see.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah. Here's the AMD hardware.
Yeah.
That's your
Chris,
one.
do you know which mount or which drive has the OS on it?
Probably the HP.
It's the nicer one, but why does it matter?
Because I was gonna put that one in the top slot.
Oh, it's the nicer one.
So it's the
HP.
Intel.
Not
HP.
Intel.
The Intel. So the Intel one we're using is a 2 terabyte, but it is a 660p,
I was
which
on
means
slow.
that it uses TLC NAND. So it's a
So
little
the
bit.
HP one.
It's actually a little bit slower than. Oh gosh, there's so many types of NAND. QLC. TLC is slower than QLC.
No. Quad
This-
is slower than 3.
Okay. Point being, the Intel drive is a little bit slower. It's not bad by any means. It's just a little bit slower, and I think the latency is slightly worse, maybe. But long story short, the HP drive will be a little bit quicker.
TLD.
Not noticeable in real life in any meaningful way, but you know, technicalities. Alright, get the cooler out of there. I can never remember all those NAND types.
Right.
There's QLC, TLC, and then there's like 3 others.
AMC, GMC.
Wait a second. AMC. It's in my stock portfolio. No, it's not. Alright, so I'm gonna take these stock fans off so we install light loops. Our light loops.
Obviously, Top Flight's going public next year. You know, 20.
We're selling 1 share of stock
Well, yeah.
for $12.
You get 1 chair and it's this chair. That's it.
Yeah. No dividends.
Oh, you
don't
mean
have-
share? Oops. Yeah, zero dividend.
I had 1 share.
No
of-
say. They're not majority stake. They're not.
Yeah. There's no board of directors.
board of direct. Yeah.
Don't ask why, but I had 1 share of Wendy stock for about 2 years, and each quarter I would get like a 5-cent dividend.
I keep getting like 5 cents from Apple because I don't own like a full share.
Yeah. No, I owned 1 share of Wendy's, but it was like $22 or something.
Yeah.
It's like not a lot.
What always happened to like buying? Apparently, there's a thing where you used to buy your kids Disney shares when
Yeah.
they were first born. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, where's my Disney
That's
shares?
it's so much the idea of a trust fund where you just put in money when they're born and then it grows.
Yeah.
But
I actually literally have bonds,
bonds.
like
yeah.
bonds, and I looked them up and they're worth like $4 more than what they were.
You can get some short-term bonds now that are like pretty decent return. Like
Yeah.
Like
Even though right now the stock market is literally outpacing the bonds market, which
Yeah.
is
but
taking a lot
bonds
of
are
people off.
safer, quote unquote. So anyway, financial advice with Top Flight, even though we
This
have
is not financial.
even though we have no idea what we're doing.
Oh yeah, we have absolutely zero idea.
So Dogecoin then.
Buy Top Flight coin.
I was about to make that joke. Top Flight coin. Okay, I need to visualize this so I install these correctly.
I love how it's
So
AMD and then AM4. It's like, haha,
Oh, yeah.
special.
So we're gonna be pulling through this into the case.
Yeah.
But the fan's on the inside of the case.
Oh man, but you're gonna mount the radiator upside down, according to.
As long as the top of the rad is higher than the CPU block, it's fine. You don't want the CPU block. Okay, technically it would be better flipped, but as long as CPU block's not the highest point, you're fine.
I'm just messing. Yeah,
I will fight you, Colin.
Oh, I know. Trust me. It's people on the internet just like, oh my gosh, I know everything now.
For bonus points, I'll be installing all the Corsair logos right side up, even if it makes Connor's cable management harder. Because I'm outsourcing that to him.
You will need to mount this new bracket onto it.
Yeah, I took gold one off already. Just so they're there.
And then here's all your mounting screws for things. Wow. I did not expect to
That was
land
good throw.
that. Alright, so that's all installed. Now I'm going to go ahead and, don't forget that cable.
Even though I double checked this, I just have a feeling I'm going to have to take these off for some reason. Because it happens like 50% of the time. PTSD.
It's 50% of the time, 100% of the time.
50%
No,
of
100%
the
of
time,
the
it
time,
works every
50% of the time. Alright. And this drive bay is actually accessible from the back. These are hot swappable. Well, they can be configured,
Well, yeah.
I should say.
Hot swap bay is not necessarily
Yeah,
hot
there you go.
swap
That's a
boards.
better. It says hot swap.
I don't. Yeah, unless you have special. A lot of enthusiast boards will probably support it with enabled feature. Well, probably only higher end, really higher end stuff. But
Hotspot means you can unplug and plug things while your computer's on.
Yeah, but you need special settings and software to support that. Windows does support it, as long as your motherboard supports it. But still, don't try it. Don't try it unless you know what you're doing. Quickest way to kill your hard drive, other than dropping it. Oh, it's been a while since I took apart a hard drive. Took the magnets out, so it's fun.
Right.
You can roll the disc down the hallway.
I was really like at the place that I used to work at.
That gay place.
Yeah. We used to take hard drives apart and then literally just spin them until they exploded.
Yeah. At the place I used to work, we had to, every now and then you'd have to, like, you know, quote unquote destroy a hard drive for data integrity. So
Yep.
It's always a good day.
Oh yeah, those are always enjoyable times.
Physical destruction is the only true way. just in case you're wondering.
This is the one thing that Lian ticks me off about.
Yeah.
Is they include this. This is your. These are all of your screws. They're just in a little bag.
This is not a cheap case.
No,
either.
it's not.
Like, on Fantex's even cheaper cases, they actually like.
There goes one
separate
screw.
them.
Hope I don't need that one, but knowing my luck, I will.
I guess there's just a cost saving thing. Well, whatever it was, we probably have more.
Yeah, we got more. We have literally thousands of screws.
When I was installing that radiator mount in my case, I was like, man, I need like 2 more rad screws.
Right.
I know there's some at the office, but I'm not driving an hour there and back to get 2 screws. So don't look too closely, is what I'm saying. There might be 2 screws missing.
Hey, I literally had a build where I used wood screws.
Oh, okay, that's worse.
And it worked. I mean, they worked.
That's worse than me hanging SSDs out the back.
That's fair. I mean, hey, it's probably not properly grounded, but it's fine. That never, hurt a case. No, NZXT.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Let's not make any enemies, though. Alright, so we've got approximately 3,000 cables coming off of this now.
Yep, 14 million.
Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit.
I will say, so this is the 011 Dynamic XL.
Yep.
My build is in an 011 Dynamic Mini, and then we built multiple builds in the 011 Dynamic.
Non-XL.
The non-XL.
Yep.
This has so much space.
Yeah. This is a lot better than the non-XL. To me.
The Mini...
Like, obviously I'm biased because building room, but...
The Mini, it looks good. The quality's there, but oh my god, it's so tiny.
Yeah.
You want to talk about, like, trying to do things? It's almost impossible.
Yeah, I like some room in my case. Because I tinker with it a bit.
This takes it to kind of another level. I mean, there's room.
This is still a mid-tower, right? Technically.
No.
Is it a full tower? Dang.
You're gonna say,
it's still not as big as my Corsair 750D. That was and then they had the 900s even bigger. Jeez.
This case actually has RGB built in.
Yeah.
Where? There's an RGB cable right here for it, and I'm just like, wait a second, what?
I don't know. Is it the O front button, maybe? Power button?
Yeah, but that wouldn't have a full dedicated RGB
I think
and a
it might.
12-volt. Like, that's...
I don't know.
Alright, where's the RGB
We'll put Chris on the
headers
job
this
to
thing?
research.
Is this not an Aura board? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I was like,
Yeah,
wait a
all
second.
the Asus boards are Aura. Yeah. Well, all the newer ones.
I remember when Asus, they first started launching their RGB, they did the proprietary, like, 12-volt only,
the
and that killed so many
Yeah, because people jam them on the 5-volt components.
Yup. And that literally killed so much stuff. I'm actually going to take this drive-by out for now.
We still can't standardize on RGB software because screw you, consumer.
I mean, Windows will eventually put it in RGB software, but...
The sad part is I don't even doubt that.
They will.
We have everything else like Xbox Games Bar.
The Xbox app's actually gotten a lot
They
better.
still ship Skype with? I don't think they ship
Yes,
this.
they do.
You might have to manually enable it.
No, it's on there. It's on my computer.
Yeah, it might be installed. You just have to enable it.
Oh no, like it's launched.
Oh no,
And it's. I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
whenever I install Windows on my machines, I run that a PowerShell script that takes out all the bloatware, all the telemetry, all that stuff.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, I love that program. Beautiful. What do you think? Power supply next, or do you want to start cable managing first? Might as well do power supply.
Well, I'm gonna run the cables that go down here underneath the power supply because we always do that wrong, and then we always end up having to take out the power supply.
We could go ahead and get some RGB controllers in there too.
Yeah, let me just run these base cables.
How many
and then I'll be
USB?
Can you take the Commander Pro and the Lighting Node Pro out of the case?
good.
Yes, I have them right here. Yep.
There's nothing left in that case, Chris.
Just a shell.
It's a shell.
A shell of his former self, you might say. Alright. So we'll just kind of adjust it there. I'm gonna wait to unbox the graphics card to keep the suspense going. Because we're not even close to that yet.
Yeah, we're not even.
We're probably a quarter of the way in.
We got 4 commercial breaks until then. And we don't have any sponsors yet, so Chris is gonna have to get out there and work for the sponsors
No,
to
he's
get
gonna eat the giant thing from Tris's mics. We're gonna time him. You can't tell me that wouldn't be entertaining. It would be. Like, it's like a pie eating contest. Chris, do you subscribe to this?
What?
We're going to give you a giant Jersey Mike's sub and time you on how fast you can eat it on stream as a commercial break.
As a commercial break.
I think it's a good idea. Make sure to
Hey
make
Chris,
sure to
just
comment
a heads up,
if you would
the
like to see
bottom
that.
3.0 connectors aren't going to be connected. We just don't have enough
I think
3.0.
I think we ran into that before.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The top ones will be,
That should be okay.
but the bottoms ones will not because this board does not have two
Yeah.
3.0 connectors.
There's still plenty of USB on the back as well. So
Oh yeah, the E was one of the boards that I wanted, but it
think-
was out of stock.
let's see. Our cooler's gonna want USB probably, and then I think we need what, 2? For
There's a
RGB?
USB hub in the actual
Oh, yeah,
Commander.
Yeah. Okay. There's
Which
well,
we
it's
may
not,
need the cable
it's
out
not
of
really
there.
a hub because it's like
It's a pass through.
yeah, it's 1 to 2. Or
But I
1 to
mean,
1.
hey, it's at least a pass through.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that. This is gonna go here.
Wait, don't hook those up. I'll give it a little longer for our
I will say
rangers.
the Lian actually did their homework, and like their cables are almost the perfect length.
I think honestly, I think that's part of their maybe not with their Bauer directly, but like actually talking with people who build PCs.
I mean they are like
It is-
like almost the perfect length, and I love
Yeah.
them for it.
If you if you want to see what a case looks like when like designers build it instead of like people who know computers, I won't call any brands, but go check out Gamers Nexus case reviews, and you'll see some cases where they have fans behind tempered glass with no airflow holes, and they have boneheaded mounting.
And if you want to see really good looking builds, go to Top Flight Computer. Or no, another YouTuber that I actually follow. His name is JP Modified. Does like stupid work,
And
stuff that looks so good.
And if you want to see cases that are so hot they might catch fire,
Also good too.
Google that one.
And it'll be a 4-letter word. 4-letter brand.
Word, yeah.
Chris, you know about that, right?
Huh?
The case that's catching fire
Case
on the
that's
market.
Catching fire.
With H1?
Yeah, the Hummer H1.
Yes.
Yes, it
The one that
is.
the one we're not naming because we don't want to make enemies in the industry.
Too late.
Yeah.
We voiced our opinions on so much other things, and
Well, screw Intel. I mean, those guys had it coming. What's their new? Aren't they getting a new CEO right about now? Isn't Roger Goodori stepping down? I'm gonna Google it.
it's bad when you basically
Yeah.
already have the like
He literally started today.
the
sorry, go ahead.
motherboard stuff like memorized.
Oh,
front panel
the front
connections.
panels. Yeah, that is bad.
It's like
Patrick Gelsinger is their new CEO as of today, his first day. And I remember this because he worked on the early Core series, like the first generation of Core series processors. He was on that engineering team, and that, if you were in the PC scene back then, which I wasn't really, but I knew a little bit, that was like a big jump, jumping from the Core 2 series into I series. That's a pretty big leap. So I guess I'm hoping he'll do something good again, instead of just rebadge the CPU for 4 years.
Damn, dry air.
How many fan connectors are on that Commander?
All of them.
6.
6
Okay.
on the Commander Pro, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how I want to run these fans.
And these things are called whatever. This is a Commander Pro, and these are the whatever. What are these called?
The lighting nodes.
Lighting node.
No.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
No. The lighting node isn't another block that connects that to the motherboard.
So what are these?
Those are just literally the RGB hubs.
Oh, a name better than that? Jeez.
I don't think they have a better name than that.
Alright. Whatever. Oh, Corsair. All your wires. You know, there's a lot to be said for daisy chaining of RGB.
Yeah. Lian Li does it amazingly.
Yes, there's a...
But you know those fans are out of stock everywhere?
What, the light loops? Or the Lian Li ones.
The Lian Li ones.
Yeah, I don't... Well...
Like, I wanted them for my build so bad, but
Okay.
I just couldn't get them.
Out of stock is not a huge metric nowadays. Because most everything on PC Part Picker is out of stock. If you want to sympathize with someone, Chris will be happy to cry with you about out of stockness. Right, Chris?
just no comment.
Do you hate everything being out of stock the past like 6 months
Yeah.
or longer, year?
It's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
You know, my last girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough.
I don't know if it gets referenced. I don't.
You do get that
One of
reference.
you is going into my head.
You do get that reference, though, right?
The moon
Yes.
from Avatar?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just checking. Not the movie, the TV show.
I know.
Okay,
We
sure.
don't
And
talk about the
not
other
the
one.
Blue People
We
movie
don't
either.
Let's talk about the other one.
Not the Blue People movie.
Stop it.
Okay, that is a good one. That the
The
second
Blue
one's
People
supposed to
movie?
come out.
It was supposed to come out like 5 years ago.
It's
wasn't
supposed
it?
to come out next year.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Is it
let's
still
leave the
James
power
Cameron?
supply. Yes, it is.
We'll see.
I was actually watching like
If the movie theater survive.
I was watching a documentary on that, on how James Cameron actually filmed that, and he filmed that with this really cool new camera that actually allowed him to basically, once the scene was shot, he could then like walk around and then three-dimensionally manipulate the camera.
It was new 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was new 10 years ago.
What was that movie like? Did it come out like 2012 or something?
Yeah, it did.
It's
But
literally 2021.
What was hilarious is I was watching it, and they actually had film of this, video of him, of he would literally go and like reshoot scenes, but the camera had to be in like real movement.
Yeah.
So he would be walking through the hallway with the camera trying to reshoot it.
Yeah.
And like standing on people's desks to try to get like the perfect shot.
Yeah.
It was just really comical.
I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. It was a pretty. I thought it was a good movie at the time.
For
so
when
I
it was released, it was
yes,
a good movie. Yeah.
the CGI was very good for when it was released.
I mean, still now it holds up, but it's not, you know.
the
phenomenal.
storyline's a little cheesy, honestly, but yeah, it's a good movie. It's fine.
Hey,
It's a good movie if you don't want to think too hard about a movie.
exactly.
If you just want to chill out and watch
And you have like
something.
Inception, which, ugh. Good movie, but ugh.
or the Matrix.
Or The Matrix, that's also another one.
I don't.
Keanu Reeves, basically.
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
The only role that Keanu Reeves can basically play is
Yeah, just like one, like a dark, mysterious kind of assassin, whatever. So I've opened the cart, but I'm hiding it from the camera so they can't see it.
You're welcome to. Now I'm just running cables at this point.
Okay. Well, we still have to put the cooler in,
Oh yeah.
so we'll do that before card, I think.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, we got it. On some cases, if you have a like vertical mount cooler like we're about to do, the 3090 is actually long enough that it can interfere with the rad. That's what happened on my case.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I had to print that thing.
I didn't actually know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that's why
'cause-
you printed that.
Because my case has a rad mount like this on the side that we're gonna use, but it was too close to the board, and the card was hitting the rad. So, yeah, fun fact. I hope this case is. It looks white now from the stream, but we're gonna find out very quickly.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Very quickly, but luckily we have other places to mount the rad, so it's not an issue.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
It's actually not terrible. It's just gonna be figuring out where all of the fan mounts are gonna go. The fan.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let me know
there's-
when you want this.
What's
closer,
the?
so.
Can you hand me the 12 pin?
Yes. Oh, I gotta
I know.
Gotta,
That's
like-
why I was like,
I gotta like hide the card.
because it's 2 8s to it.
Yes.
12.
2
Okay.
8s to a 12.
Okay, then no, you're good. You're good. I don't need it then. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought it was 3/8 for some reason, and I was like,
it's two.
mm.
I ran 2 separate ones, right?
Yes. You
Okay.
did.
Cool, cool, cool.
And I'm just gonna stash those under the case for now.
This is the adapter he's talking about. It's, for some reason, NVIDIA's referenced 3080s and 3090s, but nothing else. They use this 2 8 pins.
This
It's
is
really
also
a 12 pin.
a PSA that I learned. Do not buy any aftermarket 12-pin adapters. Period. Because the 3060 Ti comes with a 12-pin, but it's a single 8 to 12-pin. It's a completely different pinout than the 3090 and 3070, or 3080, excuse me.
Yeah.
They're completely different because they use the 2.
I would trust CableMod to do it because they would
Yeah.
classify it correctly.
But like anyone off Amazon, they already
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
them. Do not buy them.
No. See, I would, like CableMod for one, or like other cable makers like that would probably say like, this one is only for the 3080, 3090. Do not use for other
It was
parts.
an interesting thing that I learned because I was like, oh shoot. Alright, can you hand me all the RGB controllers?
Yeah, they're turned into Apple.
Yeah, it's just interesting. So do not, like, there are not, you cannot buy them. I guess, I mean, you can, but just be very careful
Yeah,
if you do.
it's probably just best to just use the NVIDIA one.
Yeah.
You could probably, well, I'm not advocating this at all. You could probably cut off this like kind of crappy plastic sleeving and like put some decent heat shrink on there, but yeah.
Yes, but do not buy
Not advocating for it, but you can do
a
it.
third party. Oh yeah,
It's just safest to use the one they give you. There we go. Since no power supplies are gonna include that 12 pin for any reason I can see. Especially since I've kind of already backed down from using it for some reason.
Yeah, and what's weird and so hard for the power supply manufacturers is like they can't manufacture that 12 pin because it's completely different pinouts if you're using the 3060 Ti versus the 3080 or 3090. I was looking it up because I didn't really like the 8 pin to 12 pin. Seemed pointless to me.
Yeah, there's really no reason for power supply companies to start doing it at all. So just hope NVIDIA likes including adapters.
Yeah, right.
They finally got rid of the DVI to VGA adapter that is shipped with every card for like 15 years, and now they give you this one, I guess. So.
Yeah, that's just a short little PSA of don't bork your card.
Do it. This is a sneak peek of the card. You can see the top part. It's pretty big. Get that all soon. Oh, it's so heavy. That's why it cools decently. It's just a huge chunk of metal.
Yeah, it could basically passively cool itself.
It's like a small anvil. I'll go ahead and reintroduce the build. I think we're over halfway, probably. So this is Spectre V3. This is a kind of refresh of Spectre V2, which is a refresh of Spectre non-V1. So this is a 4K gaming machine with the newer generation of components from both AMD CPUs and NVIDIA GPUs. So we have that 5900X and the RTX 3090, along with the other usual 32 gigs of RAM, some NVMe storage, EVGA power supply, and Lian case with some light blue fans. So yeah, we don't really have much about games applications, but you know, 4K gaming, probably play 4K Cyberpunk decently if you
can actually.
If you temper your expectations.
DLSS.
Yes. If you temper your expectations.
DLSS is literally amazing.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's
like especially on these new generation of cards, like it works so well.
Yeah, especially in Cyberpunk for some reason.
Yes.
Like, they really nailed that implementation.
No, they did. I mean, my 3060 Ti, literally at my 1080 ultra wide, full RTX, full everything, was still falling like 120 frames.
Yeah.
And that's impressive, considering that it doesn't even run on the PS4.
I tried it with and without DLSS. I couldn't tell a difference. So I can't find a reason not to use it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it was running perfectly fine for me, so I was like, well.
And this is actually V2 of DLSS. They released it a few years prior. It's kind of janky, didn't always work great, wasn't widely supported. So this is kind of their vast improvement on it for NVIDIA. I think AMD has a equivalent, but it's probably not as good. I forget what they call it.
Yeah, they do. I just forget what it's called. Alright, now...
DLSS stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling, in case you're wondering.
Yes.
It uses quote-unquote AI, machine learning, and deep learning too.
Sorry, you're gonna have to concentrate here.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking to myself.
No, I gotta number all of the fans and plug them in the correct order.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is one thing that Corsair does that, again, they look great once they're installed, but when installing them is an oh boy process.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to avoid having to plug them in right in order, because it has to know where they are.
Yeah, it has to know where they are, so you have to manually do it. I mean, literally on my case, I just got lazy and just threw them all in, and then I just unplugged them all and ran them to the same spot. And then I just kind of, did it that way and just unplugged one. Oh, that's that one.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it.
But yeah, it took forever, and it was not great.
If you want the effects to work in the right order, then you gotta get them lined up right.
Yes, you do. And that means tracing every single cable back and plugging it in correctly.
At least it's a big case, so
It is. I will say,
you
working
can
in this
trace
case,
the cables relatively easy.
pretty easy so far. And cable management, there's not actually a bunch of cable management here. Because it does have a giant panel that goes here and blocks everything, so I can cheat a little bit.
Yep.
That's the big thing.
Yeah. We'll zip tie everything down and it'll be good to go. So let's see. I believe we don't have a date set for it yet, I don't believe, but we have another build or two kind of pending in the works.
We do have one on the 26th.
Oh, okay, we do have another one scheduled.
Yeah.
Clearly I didn't check my calendar today. So make sure to subscribe to YouTube if you're watching there, or follow on Facebook and make sure you don't miss it.
It'll be on Twitch.
No one will be on, Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch when we have a Twitch link somewhere. I don't know. Go to Twitch and search for Top Flight PC.
I'll put it in chat.
Cool. Perfect. I need to follow us as well.
Is it Top Flight PC or Top Flight Computer on Twitch?
Top Flight PC, twitch.com/topflight.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv.
Yeah, don't go to twitch.com.
Ugh.
Do they own that domain? They might.
I think it links it back to.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
Same
might.
thing of like if you type in any iteration of Amazon, it goes to Amazon.
Yeah. They just buy all the from like scalpers and then just redirect them. Twitch.com feels weird though. I don't like that.
Twitch.com does.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
Alright, so
Twitch.tv.
I'll go ahead and bust out the 3090 in full now. So this is the Founders Edition. I'm having a meltdown.
I'm trying to think of
3090.
what those are in the daisy chain.
Oh.
What those fans will be. Okay.
I'm gonna say top.
No, so
down.
I did it this way. 1, 2, 3. Those will be 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And then
5,
7,
6.
8, 9, 10.
Cool. But anyway, yeah, this is basically a giant hunk of metal with a fan on each side. As you can see, it's kind of that blow-through cooler. Or 12-pin connector and 7 pounds of metal. So yeah, we'll be installing that in a few minutes here to get there. And of course, this is NVIDIA's greatest consumer-grade video card for gaming. Sort of. They market it for gaming, so it's for gaming. We're gonna stick with that.
That one, yeah, that one is for gaming, I will say.
Marketing-wise, yes. Value-wise, your mileage may vary. But it is a very strong video card. It's got a lot of CUDA cores, 24 gigs of VRAM. It clocks pretty high. I think it's like 1900 megahertz. So, and it draws about 350 watts under load. So under gaming load. So that's a lot of watts.
That's a lot of watts.
Yep. Let's see. Our power here is about 9 cents per kilowatt hour, I believe. So if you run this for 3 hours, give or take 9 to 10 cents of power usage.
Yeah, if you're full bore.
Yeah, but that's also only, sorry, my mom's calling me. That's also only GPU power. The rest of your system is doing stuff as well. So, yeah, if you want to mine some Ethereum, you know, Dogecoin. Do you mind it Dogecoin or is it proof of stake?
I don't.
It's probably proof of work.
I don't actually know.
It's probably proof of work, you know, I guess.
To be honest, you explained it and then I forgot what it was, so I'm just like, sure.
Yes. I'm glad we have music.
Right? I mean, really. I'm not wrong on that one. So many cables.
Yeah, I kind of threw Connor under the bus with this one. Here's the cables, have fun.
Yeah, here's every single cable known to human,
All of
known
the
to
cables.
mankind.
Like, not only do you have the normal power cables, you have fan cables, which, okay, we do fans, but there's 10 of them this time. There's also fan RGB cables that have to go to the various RGB controllers, which plug into each other and the board. And then there's also need SATA power connectors for power. And it's just good
We
times.
need a lot of zip ties.
I have lots.
Yeah, there's a bunch over there too.
Yeah.
I have a starting pack of them,
There's
but
a bunch. I got it.
those are the longer ones, so I like those better.
Yeah. Those are Seasonic ones, I think.
Actually, no, I think those are the ones that we bought.
No, those are the Seasonic ones right there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, these are the ones we bought.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw those as well.
Can you hand me that little yellow sniffer dude?
Snip, snip.
Yep.
Zip tie castration tool. Let's see.
Oh shoot. We're gonna have to pop these out to install the fans. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't zip tie anything there.
We're just installing the rat from the back, right? Just screw the rat in front and back of the case.
Oh, these things pop out this way. Whoops.
Which I think is the screws in here for that, yeah.
Hey look, sunlight. You guys can see me.
Sunlight?
Sunlight.
There's no sunlight.
Yeah, daylight. Not really.
Those are the rad screws.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the case to you to install the wrap.
Okay. That's fair.
That way you get to do something
Yeah.
rather than just.
Get a little bored over here.
I can imagine. This is one of those builds where it's just.
What's this guy down here?
Where it's like, 2 parts build, 8 parts cable management.
Yeah. Good old RGB. And we still have more cables run, as you can see here, so. We'll get there. Move that guy over there.
Hey, I'm getting there.
No, I'm just bored. Look at this 2080 Ti.
Yeah, that's the customer's 20.
Yeah, that's the previous video card.
Which, hey, will be for sale soon.
Actually, this is a very similar color to my 2070 Super. I like the kind of. At first, I thought the see-through looked tacky, but I kind of like it. I don't like the bumps on the fans.
Yeah,
I don't like the
EVGAs.
ease. Yeah, I don't like the ease on the fan blades, but whatever. I think their marketing is like reduces turbulence or something. I'm like, what? Come on.
Yep, so the original components of this will be for sale in a system? Is that what we decided? Cross?
Ideally in that, yeah.
Probably in a system that boots. Probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, we don't know for sure yet. Sounds like, but maybe. Probably.
Where do I put the little panel you do? I go there.
Oh, one is right there. Yeah. Don't know where the other one is.
Oh, it's underneath that.
Okay.
Because I was going to put the drive light back in.
There you go.
It's getting there.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. It just takes
It's getting
forever.
Did you see that? Some I can't remember the name of the tech website. Someone got an 11700K from like some unknown source and posted scores of it.
Really?
Yeah. See if I can find it real quick.
Intel just randomly choosing a customer and just sending them one. I could see it.
Yeah, no, it was like 3 days ago apparently. PC Gamer has an article on it. Rocket Lake leaks. Yeah, Lab 501 posted the benchmarks for the 8-core 16-thread 11700K. It's currently in PC Mark 10. The score is sandwiched between their own Core i9 10900K, it's a little bit higher, and AMD's Ryzen 5600X. I believe that's like gaming performance, kind of single-threaded tests. In both cases, it trumps the 5800X by a hair and falls just short of the 5600X. So, yeah. It's TLDR a little better than last gen. Doesn't always beat Ryzen still. So yeah, there you go. There's your tech news.
There's the tech news for the week.
Yeah. Apparently, they don't really know how they got the CPU. They got it somewhere. It's probably an engineering sample, but
They just acquired it.
yeah. Apparently, Intel had stopped sending them review samples a few years ago because they didn't like what the site was putting up about Intel's products. So because of that, the site that got the chip didn't feel beholden to the review embargo.
I mean, hey,
That's fair. No, that's fair game.
That is fair game at that point.
Yeah. If they're not under contract with you to receive samples, then whatever. But yeah. Ryzen's still king.
Yeah, and that still will be for a while, realistically.
Yeah, people are saying, "Oh, Rocket Lake's gonna take the gaming crown back." I'm like, you're talking like a 10 to 15% improvement over last gen without a process change. Like, it's very difficult to do that, especially this late into 14 nanometer for Intel. They've had what 3 or 4 generations on that at least. So,
6.
was 6?
It was 6.
Was
Started-
wait, was the 6700K on 14 nanometer? Oh my god.
Yep.
I think so.
6,
So-
7, 8. Oh yeah.
11.
So this is, there's been 5. This would be 6.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, this would be 6
Yeah.
on 14. So 14 nanometer plus. I mean, they've matured it and like made some minor tweaks because this is Intel's own process. Remember, this isn't TSMC or Samsung, so you can't really directly compare the nanometer size because they're different architectures. But it's just at this point we know it's a weaker architecture than TSMC's 7 or Samsung's 8, etc. Come on.
But they can actually go and fabricate.
Yes, they can. They have their own fabs and control how much they make and all that stuff. Yeah, they don't have to fight for fab space like AMD, NVIDIA, Apple now.
Yeah, Apple.
Yeah, Apple's taking some of NVIDIA and AMD's fab process space so they can make less components. Thanks, Tim. Darn Tim Cook. But yeah. So after, I got one more thought on this. After Rocket Lake, so after this 11 series, 11700, 11900, whatever, will be Alder Lake, which will be, quote unquote 12,000 series chips, which will finally be on Intel's 10 nanometer process. Again, it's not directly comparable because they're different architectures, but yes, it'll be 10. Which is supposed to be better than TSMC's 7, but we'll see. They don't measure them in the same way.
I wonder when TSMC is Genoa is Epic Genoa supposed to be on 5?
I don't know, but I do know TSMC already has a 5 nanometer process that they're. I don't think it's in full production yet, but they definitely are baking it right now.
Genoa's coming out later this year.
Q3 or
next year.
Q4, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a.
It might be on 5. I don't know.
I'm gonna have you install the cooler now.
Okay.
I just zoned out into there. So there's the start of the cable management, but it's over.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Thank you, sir. So I'm gonna have a work around the table here. But
Yeah.
Eventually.
I don't know how you're gonna install that.
Yeah, I don't know how good the camera angle is gonna be, but
Camera's fine.
I'm gonna take a break.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of prop it up.
Warm up my hands a little bit over the fire. Chris, run up some. Let's see, what's a good Ida?
Prime 95.
Prime 95, and then I'll just go warm my hands over a Threadripper.
It'll only get to 200 watts.
Yeah.
Maybe 150. Alright, so let's see if we can line this up. Might actually get you to hold this for 1 or 2 screws. It's gonna be very difficult.
I can do that.
Where are the screws? Stay. Screw and a washer. Thank you.
Oh.
Is that good vertically as well?
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit towards Chris. A little bit, yeah, right in there. There's one, and let me get one more in here. Bottom. Then we'll let you take a break. These screws aren't ferrous. Oh, okay, back towards Chris a little bit on the bottom. A little bit more. There you go. Alright, we're good. Thank you. Yeah, kind of love that angle.
Yeah. Sorry to block the camera.
Can I get that RAM stick back? The Trident Z.
Keep it back. Did I not?
Nope. You.
Oh.
I don't see it.
I mean, unless I just missed it.
Hopefully we can test that before we do anything. Okay.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Receiving another phone call.
Yeah, right.
I think it's my mother. Yep.
Oh, you are. Oh, I thought you were saying Chris would just get a phone call if he.
No, I'll call her back later.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom. I tried calling her on my way over here, and she was just taking a nap, I think, so she's trying to call me back.
It's fair.
Hopefully we'll have big fix soon.
Yeah.
We can invest in top flight parkas.
Right.
If you want to buy a parka, Chris is getting 100 of them printed. Right after we sell all the t-shirts. Chris doesn't like that joke, but I think it's hilarious.
Hey Chris, so for our new table, for when we move, we should make it wood.
Why?
Like exposed live edge wood.
He's offering to make it out of like wood
Yeah.
and epoxy and
No,
whatever.
not epoxy. That's too expensive.
It's okay, Chris
So
is
I
paying.
do actually have a friend that does like large desks.
Oh, I make them too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have the tools to do them. I literally just finished one this weekend. That's why I was like, hey. I also have a.
That big?
Yes. It's gonna be expensive because I need the wood. The wood is the expensive part. The labor's not. You know, when you're talking this kind of stuff, the labor is the minimal cost. It's the actual cost of material.
Okay.
Where do you even get that shipped?
You won't.
don't.
You don't.
You get it delivered and it stays
Yeah.
there.
Like I
but,
just throw it on the back of a trailer probably and bring it.
I think this is it.
But hey, that would be a really good statement.
Well, we would
Is
be
that the
able to
AMD
get
or
it
AMD?
Would it fit in the elevator?
I mean, what you could do realistically is if you get like a thick enough slab, like a 4-inch slab, you could mill it straight down in half, and then you could do a book match of it.
I think.
And then that way you could do it in 2 separate parts, but then come up together in its perfect mirror.
I think these are right nuts. We'll find out.
Hey, we'll talk about it.
I think
No,
it's-
I honestly, I just finished the table because my mom was bothering me. She's like, I need a table, and I was like, okay, I can give you a table.
We're just shy.
An hour, yeah. And I am maybe halfway through the cable management. No, I'm more than that, realistically. Just wanted Andrew to toss in those so then I could actually finish the Corsair cable management, and then I can tidy everything up, and then
hour and a half, easy.
hour and a half.
So we don't got it.
Doubt.
Depends on traffic.
Yeah, it depends on traffic.
Oh, I get it home in like 15 minutes or less.
Try that on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, right.
I was here Saturday to finish up OS and stuff for our previous builds that you might have seen. And TLDR, to drive here, you have to, at least from where I'm coming, maybe not for everyone, you have to drive past a rather busy mall on the weekends. And sometimes those cars will back you up all the way to the highway.
Oh yeah, that
waiting
intersection is
waiting
terrible.
to turn left
Yes.
from where I'm coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
I mean, I go around. I used to go around it whenever I came from that direction.
Luckily, so easy. It's very good at stopping your traffic.
That is fair.
Right.
740 to Raleigh.
Yeah.
You take 40.
Luckily, I go the other way, so I don't have to hit any
No,
of that traffic.
No, because I just get on US 1 and I just go until the exit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's not the bad part. The bad part is exiting the highway after you exit. Alright, so we'll just get these cooler nuts on. This is the AMD bracket, so you use these nuts to mount it.
Oh, here.
Thank you. As our USB and
We do
power
need that.
and-
That will help.
Yep. I'll feed through these cables and then we'll get them managed and.
You know, if you wanted to be just a chaotic evil, like manufacturer,
Yeah.
of making just like your, you know, an all black, like CPU cooler, and then making the cables like neon yellow, like something that would not fit any.
I mean, you could fit like someone would make it work, like Jay.
Yeah,
Remember his
someone
the
would.
yellow Skunkworks version.
Yeah.
It would fit in that. It's
You know,
kind of
just like
gunmetal and yellow.
you know, random cable colors. Someone will still
No,
make
honestly,
it work.
the worst is just leaving them ketchup and mustard colors.
But true.
That is the absolute worst.
Even I know Asus just released an all white line
Yeah,
with their snow editions.
make it dirty.
Well, they look so good, but they're like limited edition. Because I watched a video on someone did it. I forgot who it was, but it was an all white. It was an all white edition 011D, which was an Asus like special one. An all white 3090.
Galax probably.
No, it was an Asus. It was all Asus sponsored.
Oh, they make a white one?
Yeah,
Oh.
and white motherboard, white power supply with white cables. And the case, even the front panel connectors were all braided white.
Uh-huh.
Like literally, there was not a single other color than just white and RGB. And it looked so good.
That's
The
pretty
fans
impressive.
were also all white. Like,
Yeah.
it looked good.
No, that's pretty impressive. Okay, so we got all those pulled through. Oh, back.
Alright, I'll deal with the rest of it.
Alright. It should... The CPU
I thought you were
ones-
just about to, like, fall and just grab onto those three cables.
And that's how Chris cries. These are the CPU ones that come out the top there.
Okay.
For this.
Yeah.
I got it. There you go.
Oh, it's so light. You know, this whole thing weighs about as much as that graphics card.
Not that far off.
Like,
It's
not
until
actually joking on that one.
like I had seen these cards obviously when they're released in videos, but like until you actually hold one of these cards like next to like a normal card.
Yes. Like, even that one, that's still...
Yeah. This is
Why don't you put the old one beside it?
yeah, so I'll do this angle. So they're both triple slot on the IO, you can see here. Honestly, the length is pretty similar. The Founders 3090 is a little bit longer, especially on the PCB, and this is all metal that it extends past. It's not just like plastic. Thickness is about the same again, but they're just... It's kind of hard to describe how much just more solid feeling the 3090 Founders is here. So it's
Weight.
yeah, but it needs all that mass for cooling because, like I said, when you're gaming, even not just like a synthetic load, you're pulling 350 watts easy before overclock or anything. So yeah, but these Founders coolers, these blow-through ones especially for 3080, 3090, do a good job of cooling.
Yeah,
Surprisingly good.
Like,
What's-
the first time a Founders Edition card was actually, like, a good
Well,
cooler.
like the 9000 ones, when they started that kind of trend, weren't bad, but those output a lot less heat.
Yeah, but they weren't great.
No, they were never great, but I think NVIDIA knew that if they were releasing something with this much heat, they couldn't just use that same kind of hair dryer cooler and get away with it.
Yeah.
They don't want to, because you either have to have super loud acoustics or a very hot GPU. You can't have both without major design considerations. Yes, Chris.
Gigabyte cooler does work.
It's also more expensive to manufacture.
Yeah.
So
And
more
that's not
copper.
also a Founders Edition.
It's copper.
Yeah.
Got a new vapor chamber.
Yeah, NVIDIA still has to minimize their cost for their Founders coolers because they gotta make a profit. Yeah, these are. I like the Founders coolers in these. I was gonna say something else about it. Oh well. Train's gone.
You done forgot.
I done did forget.
So they just plugging in cables and then like trying
Trying
to figure
to-
out where they're gonna go,
Yeah.
where they're gonna run, how they're gonna run.
Will this be bunched up in bunch number 1 or bunch number 2?
Yeah, really. No kidding.
I'm glad we had good music on.
Yes, I know. I'm very happy that I added it. I forgot that you have to plug one fan into the CPU fan header.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it gives that postcode error.
Yeah. Plus, it helps with RPM sense.
Yep.
So. You can turn off the warning in BIOS, but if you reset your BIOS, that turns back on. So. Which, fun fact, updating your BIOS gets rid of all the BIOS settings you had. So. Just in case anyone ever updates their BIOS, you gotta reset your XMP, reset any fan curves, all that good stuff. Fun fact.
Fun facts with Andrew.
Fun fact of the day.
There's just so many cables.
I think that was one of the first things I said when I walked in stage. Like, this is gonna be a lot of cables.
Yes.
With 10 light loop fans is mainly the culprit. So, but once we get it all plugged in, it'll be working beautifully. We won't plug anything in the pump headers, and
knowing our luck, like one fan is not gonna light up, and
no, it'll like
back.
No, it'll light up, but it won't spin or something dumb like that.
Yeah, and then we have to like try to backtrack and find that one cable.
Oh, and you have to unclip all the zip ties.
Yes, I know. That's why every time we've done a light loop, or anytime we've done Corsair, we've always had to do that. So I'm gonna literally test boot this.
Okay. While you do that, I'll be running out to the parking lot. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Can we test boot it without actually a graphics card? That should turn on all the fans still, right?
They'll get power, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it'll still...
Yeah.
And the cooler's plugged in now,
It,
so...
it probably won't fully post, but it will.
don't care about
it will
that,
power. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, let's do that. That
Okay.
way we can double-check all of the fans and make sure that they're actually on.
I'm not going to have a ton of cable there. That's how much good.
Let's do a little shimmy sham. This is the, pre-test boot.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look from this side.
We can see it.
Oh, you know what helps? The 24-pin.
Okay. Well,
I just realized I clicked the button. I was like, wait a second.
You
There's
do
no
have-
24-pin plugged
you
in.
have to power the board. Yes.
I was like, wait a second. That helps a lot, doesn't it? Just the disappointing click.
Here at Top Flight, we're professionals.
Yeah, we know exactly what we're doing. I'll recable manage this later. I'm gonna have to anyway, so...
Yeah.
Hey,
Try 2.
now the
look,
motherboard
there's
has
4
power.
LEDs.
That back one doesn't spin.
And
These
the top
don't spin.
two, Yeah.
Those are plugged into the...
They're probably all plugged in the same thing if they're not all working.
Oh, that's plugged into the Commander Pro. And the Commander doesn't have any power yet because I didn't plug in the...
That's SATA power?
Let's try this. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't plug in the SATA power of that, nor that piece, but I don't think you need to for it to...
You probably don't do USB, but it needs at least the SATA. Yeah.
Yeah, it needs a SATA.
Cool. Progress. While he does that, move this puppy over.
Now I'm thinking back to our Overwolf build that took me 7 hours.
Yep. Alright, I'm going to try this again. All the RGB should light up minus these 3.
But Connor and I could have done that in 38 minutes.
That was our first time. With
Hey, I was right.
with a full set of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it
Oh, that makes me so happy.
It was a 4-hour stream.
I'm gonna unplug something while I'm cable managing,
Oh,
and I
for sure.
know I'm going to.
Yeah, your first mistake was trying to stream that.
It was a 4-hour stream on Facebook, and then Facebook cut me off because you can't do more
There's a
than 4
limit.
hours.
Yeah.
And then I finished it up in the morning.
I'm sure that was great hourly pay.
I forgot why was I not there? I honestly forgot.
You were there.
Not for the 7-hour one.
You were there for the first 4 hours, yes.
Come on, Connor.
I don't.
It was you and Will.
Oh, that
That
explains
explains
it.
a lot. But
And it was 4 hours, and then y'all left at like 10 o'clock at night because it was 10 o'clock. And I finished up the next morning.
I mean, Will was there, so that explains a lot. But at the same time,
That was also back in my apartment.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to commute home. Let's go back to that. Let's run out of Chris's apartment. Amanda, if you're watching, sign off.
Yeah, really.
I'm sure she would love it.
Yeah, and that used to be when we just had a phone set up on a tripod.
Yep.
And that was like the main camera.
Yeah, now we have a camera on a tripod and a camera on a
Really sketchy boom arm.
honestly, one of the sketchier booms I've seen.
Hey, but it works. With the phone duct taped on it so you don't hit your head.
Yeah, there's like not even soft styrofoam, it's like the hard pack crumbly styrofoam duct taped on the sharp piece of the boom.
It's
Because
fun.
that's where we have to cross to get. Osha, if you're watching.
Don't. Yeah, if you're watching, don't.
You ever have to do OSHA training for a job?
We had to do it for our internship, remember?
Our internship. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm
TD.
talking about like the company gives you a presentation on OSHA.
Oh,
Or like an HR representative or someone.
No, but you do remember that though, right?
Kind of. Wait, are you talking about like you had to make a presentation?
No, you had to do like an OSHA inspection of your
Yeah, okay,
workplace.
we had to do a checklist.
Yes.
But fun fact, my class didn't really have to. We had to like take our best guess because by then most of our workplaces had shut down due to COVID, so we couldn't like measure
That's
our workplaces
fair.
or do anything. So he was, you know what I'm talking about. He was just like, yeah, just kind of take your best guess.
It's just kind of YOLO it.
Yeah.
Alright, so
If you,
this is-
Kevin, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Mm.
Still graduating.
This is then I think we did.
I mean, it's a Monday. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's
I have to go to work tomorrow, and that's what's upsetting me.
I also have to go to work tomorrow, but
We have no stream on Friday.
yes. So you get this. You get to go partying this Friday,
Yeah,
right?
No.
Have you had dinner yet?
No.
You know what you're gonna eat?
No.
Think about that Philly cheesesteak. That sounds pretty good, honestly. I know this is one on my way home, really, though. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not really talking to him. I'm still trying
No,
to
I'm
focus
just
on
trying to
these
fill
dumb
empty air.
cables.
You're good.
Also, we did the cable management on the last one. Did I or did you, Chris? I can't recall.
You trying to pass it off on Chris?
No. The lab V2. Did you do cable management or was it I?
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Will was here.
Which means you probably didn't then,
Why would I?
because you used to do the cable management.
Right.
That's what I was suggesting.
Because I did the cable management off stream after we did it. That's right.
I don't know if it was this one or not.
I think Spectre V2 was the first stream we did on YouTube.
Could be.
Is that 2019?
You could pull it up. You have the ability.
It's probably. It was definitely sometime 2019, right? Maybe earlier. What year did 20?
No, the reason I say that is because I was telling Andrew this.
Oh yeah.
There was legitimately more than 25 zip ties that I had to clip.
It was probably. It wasn't Will.
And it was more than, it was definitely more than that, but it's like, are you kidding me?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, that's not
no.
good.
So I forgot. I did a whole bunch of part reviews.
Yeah, but I mean the first build that we did actually on stream though.
It looked like it was Spectre.
Okay, so what? So Spectre V1 or 2?
2. V1 was not a stream build.
That's right.
That was when we went to Super.
Uh-huh.
What was the date of Spectre V2?
Yeah, because that was still SuperCon back then.
Yep. The first video.
We should watch some of those old ones.
Right? Yeah,
I know
pull them up, live stream.
No.
Isn't there a power supply review?
Yes.
There's also like a lighting node kit review. Something.
That's one of our best videos.
Yeah, views wise. Could leave anything up long enough.
Yeah, I mean, I have a random, like, I literally have one video on my YouTube channel, which is my senior project in high school, which I 3D printed an RC car.
Mm.
This is, you know, back when 3D printing, like, just really started becoming kind of, like,
Well, like
affordable.
Like 2014, something like that.
yeah,
When did you graduate, 2014?
about 2014 or 15. I think it was the 2014-15 school year. Because you remember how they
Okay.
always, like, crossed over.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and that has, like, 15,000 views.
Yeah.
And most of them are from, like, Germany and Russia, which make no sense to me.
Yeah. The comments are in Russian. Good times. Probably
And
boss.
it's like, what? Maybe. Yeah, I just bought, you know, also I'm gonna need another.
Another Seder harness?
Yep,
Really?
I need 4. There's 3.
Oh, I thought 3 was gonna be plenty. Okay.
Nope.
You need one for the.
But there's one
Pro.
hub down here that has the RGB hub for the case. And I don't know what's actually RGB, and oh, there's an RGB strip right here.
I think you can only get 3 more, so.
That's fine. Appreciate it.
Chris is getting impatient. He's giving us the hour 15 minute
I'm-
stare.
You know what you got into.
Yeah, we warned you ahead of time.
It takes what it takes. You
We
know?
saw the light loops. I was like, hour and a half.
It takes what, I mean, I knew that it was gonna be a build.
The light loops are the killer, truthfully.
It was not
But they
going
look
to be.
mint.
It's still so. My build was like a 2-hour. It was like 2+ hour stream, I think. Connor.
Mm.
I built it with you. That was the first computer that I had built in like a year and a half, and I was doing the cables on the non-XL.
Yeah.
It was bad. And then the board was dead.
You have light loops?
I do have
Okay.
two. The board was dead, so I had to automate the board.
You didn't bench test it outside before you built it? I mean, we don't do that, but my own I would. Like my stuff I do. I want to take it back part.
Honestly, we should bench test like the
Yeah.
RGB like elements
Oh.
at a minimum.
I thought you just said just like boot the
Board.
CPU, RAM, and board. Wouldn't be a bad idea, but it involves.
I mean,
opening
in
everything.
all of the how many 100 builds almost now?
We've had 2 things had to be RMA'd because they were dead. They were both boards. One was my board. The other was some X570 from MSI.
So what's the opportunity cost of doing it every time versus
Yeah,
having to
that's-
take it back out twice? You know? Okay.
That's exactly it, really.
We like to live dangerously.
We do.
Plus, then somebody has to bench test before I do the live
Well,
stream.
yeah. You'd have to unpackage everything to plug it in, power supply and all that. So
And considering that I dropped this thing off yesterday afternoon, no.
we had to be here earlier. Connor will get off work earlier and come in.
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I'm
I'm sure of it, especially next week.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like zero down in my mind. We're actually almost there.
Do you have an update on the 3070?
I haven't gotten an update. I could check the tracking, but it's probably be like en route to destination. Let's see. Where is? Oh, I scrolled too far. Aha. Estimated delivery Tuesday, February 16th by end of day.
Oh, cool.
Tomorrow.
So we might be able to do that build.
I
next-
swear, if you say next week. I'm just
So
like,
March. March.
Saturday build.
like,
So March.
it's just-
I mean, I'll do it myself, but I'm taking all the pay.
yeah, that's not a build that I want to miss.
No.
What, the 3070?
Why? Why would you not want to miss that one?
This is easy.
Because any build I enjoy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, so you'll be here at 6 then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sometimes life gets in the way. And sometimes life starts with R.
Yes.
Connor
So
gets that
March.
joke, no one else does. Is your nose running too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's cold in here.
It is cold.
I'm
in
gonna
here.
start bringing my puffy winter jacket and like gloves.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Have you been working with your hands? No, they're in your pockets.
So many cables. Like, it's insane.
It's getting there.
How many cables these things have?
So you had 10
30?
fans, and
There's-
you had at least 20 fan cables.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, there are 20 fan cables.
And there's what, 2 or 3 coming off the AIO.
Yeah.
Imagine if some, like,
30-ish?
they ordered, like, multiples of that computer.
Well,
I mean, there's a point where we say no. Noctua.
yeah. Or, yeah,
Or-
daisy chain.
Or, yeah, you get 4. Yeah. No.
Or do one and then we just do it on Saturday.
No.
Here,
if
I'll
they're
do
all-
the build. You can do all the RGB.
If they're ordering multiple, they probably don't want light loops anyway. Because they're probably like
I mean, probably not.
they're probably like workstations. You know, so. Light loops are so overrated. That's what I would say in that case. You can save so much
They
money.
draw performance
Listen.
out of your computer.
Yes, if we install one Noctua fan per computer, that's all you need.
One singular, basically the same performance.
Hey, I mean, a lot of pre-builds have like one fan, like
This
one
is true.
exhaust fan, and that's it. But
This
they
is
also
true.
don't usually have 3090s in them. No, not even a good Noctua, not even an industrial PPC, like one that comes with the coolers, like one of the crappy one. I just hit the
All right, where are we gonna
pneumatic bar with my foot, and my seat sank a foot. There we go. Connor's cramming cables in there now.
It's not open.
What's up?
I saw your fall on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. It's just started going down. I was like, is it an earthquake?
run?
So, if you guys are just joining us in the last 40 minutes, this is Spectre V3, a 4K gaming machine with a 5900X and a 3090. Connor's just wrapping up some of the cable management, cable tie
I see why I
application.
used 25 zip ties last time.
Yeah, you're probably like, that's a conservative.
But realistically, now I'm like, that's actually not a lot.
So after all that's done, we'll plug in this here video card and give her a test boot. Oh. Yeah, just smooth that.
They will fit.
Okay.
I do know because I did it on mine.
Yeah.
But you just gotta kind of get it in.
Do you need me to hold that while you screw it, or you got it?
I think I got it.
Alright.
I just gotta remember which screws they were.
We're very organized.
We are. Exceptionally.
And then I'm gonna take this down.
Take it down, take it down.
Paradise City.
Oh, you already updated the website for the EVGA CLC 360.
Where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
The what? The grass is green?
I heard that song today, and it brought me back so many memories from Burnout Paradise.
I don't...
Paradise City.
I'm assuming that was a racing game
Yes.
that I never played. Okay.
Such a good game.
I never really liked racing games. The only racing game I liked was GTA 5 Racing. Which I'm sure the iRacing community is like, ugh. But, whatever.
Install these actually upside down.
Nice.
Because I forgot that these actually have an orientation.
I wonder, you think Rockstar's ever going to release GTA 6?
They say they have plans to, but
Do you know what year GTA 5 came out in?
yes. And you know how many consoles it spanned?
Yes, 3! It's been on 3 generations of console. It was on the PS3, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
PS3, PS4, and PS5 now.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, 2013, I think? 2012? 2013.
I believe it's 2012. I think we looked it up on stream one time. Yeah, no, and
It's almost a decade. Like, it still looks good, but like, it's almost a decade old.
I mean, it was also the most expensive video game of all time, which has
Well,
now been.
They've more than made their money back with all their DLCs. And
It's now not actually.
When did
I forgot what
Shark
game it was.
cards, all that stuff.
When did Witcher 3 come out?
Don't know.
I don't know. 2009. I don't know.
No, Witcher 3?
I don't know anything
It's
about The
after that.
Witcher, so I'm just...
Because
It's like 2016 or something.
I got a free copy when I bought my 970.
Yeah, it was like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
2015, May of 2015.
15.
Not that old, comparatively.
Comparatively.
Skyrim was 2013, 2014 as well. I think Skyrim was 2013 as well.
I'm playing it again. I'm at like 410 hours.
I got bored when I played it, and I have like 38 minutes in, and I quit. I was so bored. It was like, ride your horse to the next town. I was like, what the hell? I want to fight someone. I just rode to this Imperial whatever on my horse, and I was like, okay, now ride back.
Oh, you just
It's so boring.
Hey, everyone can have their own opinions on games.
It's literally fetch quests. Ride here, talk to this guy, ride back, talk to that guy. I hear you have a dragon in your woods. I'm not going to fight it for another 3 hours because I have to ride my horse there. Chris is unhappy with me, but yeah.
whatever.
As Connor mentioned, you're free to your own opinion on games, especially ones that are not good games. So, now Overwatch. Now there's a game.
That's a bad game.
It used to be good.
It used to be good.
It's still good.
It's okay.
It's still good. It's just getting stale.
It's
I
the
think.
same thing over and over
Pretty
again,
much.
But yeah.
I mean, there's only so many things you can do.
Yeah, that's very true.
I honestly, my favorite part of Overwatch is like Overwatch League. Like that's kind of my sports following that I do. So it's looking like the Los Angeles Gladiators are gonna be up and coming this year. They got some big players like Moth. They still have Space. They got someone else.
I just love it's like how to become an MLG gamer. One syllable name.
There's some
Moth.
there's some weird ones. There's Choyobin. There's Violet with a 2 instead of an E. There's some weird ones.
Okay.
But I'm still pulling for the SF Shock this year. They're gonna still be my #1 team. So good luck. I'm sure no one watching this knows anything about Overwatch League or cares. So yeah, I think I can throw it close. What's up?
You get the mounting hardware. But that's
They're gonna
metal.
say 3090.
3090.
It's like, look, if I want to get killed.
You could reintroduce the 3090 because not many people probably have seen one.
So, this is the first video of this kind on YouTube. No one has actually tested this. We're going to be drop testing the 3090. Nervous laughter.
From multiple different increments, starting right off our balcony
Okay, so
of
first-
25 feet.
First test, 6 feet on the concrete.
Yeah, right.
I just did it again. I just descended. It would be a good video for like. I mean, Linus could obviously afford to do that. Just like.
Yeah.
Because the video alone would make like a few $1,000s.
Oh yeah, but you know it would get so many dislikes.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be very bad PR. It would be hilarious. They did one video recently with a Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor, and they got people pushed back pretty hard on that one. They didn't like that.
Really?
Yeah. They had to issue like a statement on the WAN show about it.
About Raid?
About having Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor, yeah. Some of their business practices are not always.
How is it not?
the
I don't
best.
know. I just know that
Yeah,
they
there's a little,
sponsor like
there's a little bit of
everybody.
controversy surrounding it. Yeah. Anyway.
But hey, any sponsors out there, you know, Jim's
Yeah,
Plumbing.
we will
let us
take a
know.
Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, or Jersey Mike's, or NVIDIA, or AMD, or literally anyone. That
We
adult,
kind of have an AMD.
that adult
sponsorship,
store
but-
down the road. Hit us up.
I know which one you're talking about too.
We'll get Connor something to wear on stream when it's warmer. All right.
And on that
Looks like he's almost done with the keyboard.
I am.
Beautiful. We never thought this day would come. We're right at an hour and a half right now, but that includes the intro time, so we'll be pretty close.
And realistically, I think I'm just gonna hide it.
Oh yeah,
It'll look so good now.
it already looks good. Yeah, you're right. Don't show the back till you put the panel on. That's fine.
Right? That's what, like.
Do you have the screws to that thing still? That panel? Do you need me to find them?
I think I can find them. I think I know where they are.
I think I see some right in front of the case there. Those tiny ones.
Yeah, the cable management looks awesome, man.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Yes, these.
Nose running. We need to get a box of tissues until the heat's fixed.
Yeah.
Ah.
We just need to like extreme overclock something and then just try to finish the build before it crashes. Like it warms up the area too much.
Still, we'll just get a space heater, same voltage, 1400 watts, whatever. I really wish US had 220 volt power.
Yeah.
I feel like we're really missing out on that. You can do so much more. It's not even like a safety thing either, really. It's just.
The other one. I was like, where's the one other screw that I'm missing? Hey. Oh, I'm missing one zip tie there. Alright, and then we'll be done. Well, at least with the cable.
Until we have to take all that apart.
Right. For the one fan that's gonna could become unplugged because of the zip ties. I'm calling it too. It's gonna happen.
Which fan do you think it'll be? I think it'll be one on the top.
Ooh, take the bets. Bets are rolling.
I'm betting
now.
one of the top three. You can just pick a section. Top, side, bottom, or back.
Well, the side's gonna be good. I'm
Just plug in the
100%
AIO.
confident on that one. Like, not too worried about
The
that
back
one.
has a smaller
And
chance.
which one did you
'cause it's
say?
only
Bottom?
one. I said top.
All right, I'm gonna go bottom.
Okay. Back has the least chance because there's only one fan there. So.
True. But one of the top ones is plugged into the motherboard. But I forgot if it's either one of these or one of those.
If it's in a pump header, I'm gonna
So-
cry.
It's not.
Okay.
Double checked.
Thank you. It hasn't happened recently, but I still.
No, I've been trying to
still
double
have
check
dreams.
that.
That first time it happened, I was like,
Why is
why
this
is
hard?
one fan so loud? I was like, it should not be this loud. I set it to silent mode. It's like full RPM.
And with that, the long time of cable management leaves basically nothing to be said.
Beautiful.
Because of, hey, we don't talk about the panel.
It's
Even though it
a-
actually it does look good behind the panel, but
Yeah. Alright. The video card popped in there. Connor can lift it.
yeah. There's just like no good places to grab the case.
It's kind of awkward.
It's just a giant square. It's a
Or
cube, is what it is.
Rectangular prism,
Yeah,
technically.
there you go.
If it was a cube, all the dimensions would be the same.
You're correct. Oh, we didn't turn on our lights. Well, a little late now, but I'll
Yeah.
turn them on now.
Hour and a
Yay,
half
lights.
Woo. So
They add
first,
so much dimension.
as I mentioned earlier, this is a 3-slot graphics card. So let's take out 3 of these bad boys.
Do that feel. It's bothering
Did you
me.
see the 3060 Ti Master by Gigabyte? Aorus Master or whatever?
No.
That's so the Masters are like their top
I'm
SKUs
gonna
for
look it
any
up now.
card.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 3 or 4. I think it's a 3.5 slot cooler. Google 3060 Ti Master. I just want you to see it. It is, yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's like the price. It's nearing the price of a 3080. Like it is. I don't know what they were doing. It is crazy.
Yep. Say it. It's got like RGB out of every orifice.
Yeah, it is intense. I don't know why.
And it's got an 1800 megahertz overclock, basically.
Well, clock.
Clock, yeah.
Yeah,
It's got a screen built into it.
yeah, it's like 3.5 slots, isn't it? It's huge. It's at least 3. I think.
No, it's only 2. I mean, well, yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
it is. It's 2 slots, but it's 3 width.
Yeah, it's 3 actual slots in your case.
No.
Dual BIOS.
Yeah, it is. It should be like a 3090, and they have one for 3090, but it's basically like, why? Why'd you do this, Gigabyte? Do you have that adapter? Did I give it to you?
For what?
The 2 8-pin to 12-pin.
No, you did
I
not.
might
give
have put
to
it
me.
back in
You
here.
did not give it to me.
No, it showed it to you. I think it comes back in here.
That's like, why though?
It's huge.
Yeah, and this is the 3060 Ti. It's not even like a 3080 or anything.
No. I'm talking about ours.
That's just, I'm literally like, that could actually even be bigger. That could be a 4-slot card.
I think it is by the time you get to cooler clearance and everything. I think you have to have 4 slots open.
No, that is a 4-slot card, legitimately.
It's ridiculous.
Chris, look at the B&H listing. It actually shows a side panel, a side view.
That would block, like, capture card.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you can't install anything next to it for like a few slots.
That is
That's a bad
huge.
So Gigabyte Aors, if you're watching, what are you doing?
Okay, no, it is a 3-slot. It's just the weird.
But still, you need fan clearance, I would say.
Yeah, it's 2.4 inches. So I don't know how big I don't know what that actually means. But yeah, there's your number.
Oh, my shoes come untied. Can I pull this through easily?
Oops, I didn't think of that.
It's alright. I'll
Right.
through. We'll bunch it up and never speak of it.
Chris, we need more Quadro builds. We have like one Quadro on our wall that's falling over.
Considering that's all that I can sell right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's not all you can sell. It's all you can buy.
No, we have 2 actually.
Aha.
Yeah, we have 2.
Yeah, there was a Quadro RTX and a 4000 or something.
No, there's 2 RTXs.
Oh, there's 2 RTXs. Okay.
Wait, what's that one up there?
What?
Is that not
That's
a
an
Quad-
That's a 20 Ti.
That's 20. Wow.
There's
cool box.
We've only sold 3 Quadros, a $300, a P400.
Here, hold on, wait. I need to double check this and watch this.
All right, here we go.
All right, where's the fans? Oh, all of them.
Oh.
Oh, we got one missing the RGB.
Oh.
But all of them spin.
I mean, who really needed that RGB anyway, though? For being honest.
Let's try to get that fan.
Why we will, but
Wait. Let's make sure it posts.
I like the RGB strip outside of the case.
Oh, that's what it is.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out before we started. I can see some LEDs. I can't read what they are.
Here, hold on.
Can you see those?
Boot. Green is
Boot.
boot.
All right. Yeah, it's a chonkster. All right, so we'll probably go ahead and fix that off camera, the 1 RGB fan.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna jump off the side of this building to try to fix it.
yeah, but this has been Spectre V3. So if you guys enjoyed watching this or listening to us rant while we build, while Connor builds and I watch, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. If you want to inquire about a machine like this or see other builds we've done, go to our website, topflightpc.com. You can also send us a request form there if you want to get one of your own tailored to you and your uses.
If you want to see the final build pictures with all of the panels on and all of the RGB actually working, those will be posted soonish, TM.
Yep.
On our website and on Facebook, not on YouTube because they do not post photos.
Yes. But other than that, thank you for joining us and have a good day.
We'll see you next time.